All right. We live? Check, check. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hey, guys. My name is Alex, and this is my podcast. Um, Hello. Welcome. A&A Radio, coming to you live from my bedroom. All right. Well, anyways, this is just me launching my podcast. I've really always wanted to do one. And now we're here. We're live. We're trying to do what we're doing. Um, First off, I just want to say hello. This is the first episode on YouTube. I already have a channel on Spotify, which I'll try to extract this audio and throw it onto there. That'll be the official first episode. I'm recording this January 1st, 2024. What? 9:04 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, so this is a new experience for me. I've never done anything on YouTube. Wanted to I've always wanted to do something on YouTube and put myself out there, kind of share my voice and I've always heard that people like listening to me and what I have to say. So this is me just gonna this episode is just gonna be me babbling about for however long this goes. I'll try not to stutter. I'll try to work on my vernacular and my pronunciation of certain words. But we shall see how this goes. Honestly, this is going to be really rough, unedited, because I'm not that good at it yet. Things do come with time. So, um, so do my editing skills, I guess. Um, Anywho, really, this is my first episode. Welcome to the show, A&A Podcast. Let's talk about it. Really, why I wanted to do this was just because, honestly, I've always wanted to have my voice out there. I've always wanted to share my points. I feel like I can make people calm and you know relax with the sound of my voice, kind of like an ASMR. I chose the name A&A Radio, pretty much A and A, as in Alex Angelov, which is my name. Alex and Angelov. It's kind of a dinky name, but hey, we're rolling with it, you know. Um, YouTube channel going. Radio, I guess, is an older term for some folks, but it is a catchy one. Um, right now, again, just doing it for my happiness, really. I think that this is just me kind of, wanting to talk about things that I like. I'm a big fan of the comic book universe. I love movies. We can just talk about that randomly. I can have segments. I can try to make a schedule and see if certain days work. Like I can try to write a rough draft of what I'll say, what I'll talk about, kind of bullet points, kind of go off there. If you ever see me staring down below, I probably just have a little list that I'm going through, piecing together what I want to say, and go from there. Honestly, um, yeah, I'm a big movie guy. I love shows. Anime is one of them. I got my buddy. Shout out to Nelson N1. The End Zone is his podcast. Go check it out on YouTube. On the YouTubey tube. You know. Yeah, man, this is pretty cool. We're both just starting our podcast, so um, it's going to be an adventure going, coming in together into this thing. I got a little setup, you know what I'm saying? I got a little like soundboard right here. Let me see if I can get in the camera. I'm just using my computer's camera. I'm for sure will definitely get a better camera. But look at that. Yeah, dude, check it out. Woo woo woo. But yeah, so this is me just talking my headphones off. This is just for the sound so that I can like actually hear how I sound, and I hope I don't blow out someone's speakers if someone's listening to this. I'm going off track here. What else? Yeah, I'm into a lot of things. I'm trying to get into reading. I'm into TV shows. I'm into games. I'm a big gamer. I would say like kind of the mainstream ones. Um, I like cars. Cars are really cool. I'm trying to get into that. My dad is in a really car. He's a car guy. He used to be a mechanic. Um, I'll have him on the show, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. What else? I'm a big beer guy. I'm into trying to get into cigars. I might have this little setup outside. You know, um, so maybe one of these days we can have a cigar together and just sip on a little whiskey. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also big into working out too. Hold on one second. Okay, well, I do have some guests over, so just letting you know if you hear some clunkiness. Again, this is just super rough draft, first episode type stuff. Um, yeah, what else am I into, really? I mean, I'm into like a lot of things. I'm into how-tos. I like learning. I like science, space. I was big into astronomy as a kid. Bands. I have a Pink Floyd painting right there that I made at a music festival. I love traveling. Queen. It's my hat wall right here. Um, yeah, things will be happening on this podcast. Just again, I'm just gonna be rambling on. This is my first episode. But I guess today what we can talk about are some of my shows that I'm watching right now, actually. Um, let's see, what am I watching right now? Well, usually every year I watch Friends. I do love that show. I know it's overplayed and a lot of people don't like it because of how cliche and cheesy and like overwatched it is, and the whole thing with now Matthew Perry. Everybody's like, oh, we gotta rewatch it, which you guys should honestly kind of pay your respects to him. He's a really good comedian. He's a really good comic. Um, but yeah, it's a really good show. I just like it because of the chemistry that the cast has. It's very, very, very nice, very funny. You kind of feel like at home with everybody after, I would say, the first season. First season is always kind of a drag. They kind of try too hard, to be honest with you. Shout out to, let me look it up actually real quick. I'm going to be blinded by my phone's brightness. Hold on, I'm just going to look up real quick. I got a buddy of mine. Oops. I just played an episode. Hopefully, I don't get demoted or docked or whatever it is. It was just a snippet, so Um, hold on, real quick. Let me just lower my volume in case something crazy plays on my Instagram. But my buddy Josh, he has his own little podcast about friends. Let me just give him a shout out real quick. Um, damn. Well, anyways, Josh Morey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You have a really good, cool Friends podcast. Um, really nice to go episode by episode. Pretty nice podcast. I wish I can put it up and give it a shout out, but they don't matter. I can probably do it later. Again, this episode is not really that prepared. I'm just going to be rambling on. And to be honest with you, yeah, the rest of the seasons are pretty good. You definitely see a big chemistry switch up, like towards the fifth season, where it's like, okay, like everybody's like, excuse me, everybody's like, gotten to know each other and everything. I would even say earlier, like the third season, yeah, everything's like, damn, like they are meant for each other. Like the couples that happen, relationships and connections that people have made. You know, I think there's not really like like a duo or like, like all these two are more friends than these two. And I feel like they all are like friends. Like the perfect friends group. Um, in New York in the 90s and early 2000s. And it's really cool. It depicts like their growth as characters, early jobs, career switches, kids, marriage, divorces. It happens. Everything in life like this happens. And I just like that show because it's really like, yeah, sure, it's comedic and everything, but some of this stuff happens, and you kind of have to deal with it. And it kind of shows you. I think they give a really good portrayal of anxiety and the things that do happen, the stresses of life, and how unfortunate things can be. And um, one thing that I like about it is just how I can relate to some of the characters. Um, and yeah, it's just a really good show. Another show that I just finished was The Sopranos. Really cool show, one of my dad's favorite shows. I honestly will say that's probably one of the best shows I've ever watched. Really, really, really good acting. Really great character development. They kind of talk about it in the show, which is really meta. How like characters that kind of have arcs, and somehow and how some characters want arcs, and you kind of see you see like this like anti-hero type character and Tony, the main character. If you guys haven't watched it, Tony Soprano's the main character. Um, and to be honest, like it's a really good show. Again, one of the best shows. Very vulgar, very R-rated, sex, nudity, gore, a lot of rated R stuff. Worth watching. Really good storytelling. Again, really good character development, building. I would say even a thriller, if anything. There's some thrilling moments, suspenseful moments, if that. Good fight scenes. Really, it's a quotable show. It's really, really good. Everybody should watch it. One thing I do like about it was definitely the accents and the mannerisms that people would say. You kind of almost as if you want to mimic it. If some people who know me watch this, they're gonna definitely be like, "Oh yeah, he definitely did that," But I still be doing some of the mannerisms, like, "Oh man, like what was one of them? Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing over here? Like stuff like that. Like it's very quotable. And God, it's just a good show. You guys have probably seen a bunch of podcasts or listened to them or even watched it yourself and might agree with me that it's really an amazing show. Everybody should go watch it. Another one that also my buddy Nelson and I both share interest in is Star Trek. Star Trek is a really, really, really good TV series. And I say series because there's multiple shows. Star Trek, the original series, Star Trek Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Enterprise, Star Trek, ooh, damn, Lower Decks, Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Strange New World, and I think that's it. Oh, Star Trek Picard, bunch of shows. I would definitely, if you want to start in Star Trek, okay, listen to me here. If you want to start in Star Trek, start with Next Generation. The original series is cheesy, in my opinion. I by all means, start it if you want. I personally cannot handle the amount of cheesy writing and 60s acting that happened during that time. It's just very, very boring. And I just don't like that like slow pausing, like storytelling, how they act, how you can kind of hear the microphone in the center of the room, how old school acting and cinematography and mic work was. It's just very like it's goofy, It's goofy. It's like I'm watching a live action version of Scooby Doo in space, you know. And I say Next Generation just because it takes acting to a new level. Storytelling as well is really good. Definitely some filler episodes when it comes to the overall story arc, but you see characters just kind of like develop out of uh, anything really. Like anything happens, and you're like, wow, like that affected this character, and they refer to some of these instances, and so it's like it's not it's very it's I wouldn't say it's linear. There are some fillers that don't really matter, but there's like episodes where something happens and it changes the character. Um, really really cool universe that they build. Um, yeah, yeah, really really good show. We can talk about it more. We can have like a TV show episode. Um, what's it called? Yeah, I'm also big into that. Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan. But let's stick on Star Trek for a second. Yeah, Next Generations is good. Voyager is really good. I would say Voyager is also a really good show, Star Trek show. It's kind of unknown. Not a lot of people know it. Not as famous as Next Gen or the original series. Um, what else? Deep Space Nine is really good. Good acting. I would say it's a better story. It picks up in the later seasons. I would say like season 4 or 5 that picks up a lot. Just because of the Dominion War and everything. We can talk about it later. Voyager's good. Enterprise is really, really good. Star Trek Enterprise is really good. I would say if anything, start with that one to like learn about the early universe of Star Trek, and it talks about just how the first Enterprise spaceship starts. It's really cool, really well written. Kind of cheesy. Some Star Trek episodes at any show are pretty cheesy. It's like, oh, okay, like, all right. So there's definitely the try-hard actor, and then like the actor who's or actress who's like, yeah, you know. uh, but I didn't like how it ended. Some characters kind of deserved more, Um, yeah, check that out. Discovery, really good, but it tries a little too hard to be emotional. It's very emotional. There's kind of goes into its own little realm, I would say, of type of Star Trek. Very modern, and same with Picard. I would say it's very emotional, very emotional. That's my ringtone actually. That's a little beeper they got on thing. My bad. My buddy was texting me. I'll mute my phone. Um, but yeah, and what else? What else is there Star Trek wise? Lower Decks is good. That's just the animated show. Excuse me. Yeah, Lower Decks is good. I would say that's a good animated show. Stranger World is really good too. Kind of goes hand in hand with Discovery. It's in the same. I mean, it's all in the same universe. But Strange New Worlds is just it's like more adventure stuff. Than Discovery. Discovery is very linear. It's like, oh, this episode kind of leads into this one with this one. And again, it's not your typical Star Trek, but it is good for what it's doing. There are some episodes where I just can't stand just because of how progressive it is. And it really takes itself not serious, but I don't know. There's a lot of tropes that I just don't like. In the show. We can discuss it later. I can try to rewatch some episodes. We can have a whole Star Trek week, if anything. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much a couple shows that I've liked. What other shows? I mean, Breaking Bad. I've seen that one. I want to watch Game of Thrones. Everybody's gonna tell me that. Oh, you haven't watched Game of Thrones. I want to. I rewatch Friends every year, as my previous topic was. I was trying to tell you. Um, so I'm on season 9, episode 15, I believe, of Friends. I just want to rewatch that. Just a ritual I do. Don't hate the player, hate the game, I guess. But it really is the player that's doing it. So hate the player, don't hate the game. Um, and yeah, yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm gonna definitely watch Game of Thrones. However, I do want to watch the show called Tokyo Drift that my coworker showed me. Really good show on HBO. Definitely want to start it. I watched some Marvel shows. Some of them are okay. I haven't finished Loki. I'm on season 2. Really, I'm just trying to blast through Friends because that's like a December through January thing. It's like everybody's like Harry Potter, like you have to always watch Harry Potter during the holidays. Well, this year I mean during this time I watch Friends, and I watch Harry Potter, but after like 10 times or 20 times of watching Harry Potter, it's just like, dude, like, I just don't want to watch it. But uh, yeah, I mean, I can have a whole TV show series. The Wire is really good. I just had this conversation with a buddy of mine at work. The Wire is really, really good. It's kind of like a darker version of Law and Order, but I would say it also is more linear and like more suspense, not really suspenseful, but more thrilling, um, and more raw. I would say really good acting. 10 out of 10 show. Everybody should watch it. And that's TV shows. We can talk about it more. More interests of mine. More interests of mine. I would say cars as well. I've had. We can count it together. I think I've had 7 cars so far. I've had an '03 Passat, Volkswagen Passat gray that I actually sold to my buddy Nelson. Cool car, cool rims, everything's great. Owned that car for like damn, like 7 months. No, 6 months. And then my second car was a 2013 Jetta TDI, really cool car, diesel. But then I had to get a recall to own that car for like a year. and a half, I think, a year and a half. It got recalled because of the stupid diesel emission scandal in California. And my third car was an '03 BMW 325i, um, blue, awesome car, automatic. But it was a killer. It was a really nice car. One issue it had that wasn't my fault. I took it to get the oil changed, and the guy did not screw on the oil filter um, properly, and so it was leaking oil from the top from the oil filter and just caused a whole mess. But other than that, it was really good. I had that car again. I think that was like another year as well. Yeah, that was a fucking what is that, like three cars? And then my fourth one was a 2016 Mercedes CLA, my bad, CLA. Cool car, white front wheel drive, which is weird for Mercedes. I think it's their first one, kind of like an entry level car, but kind of like you build that fandom, you build that like consumer relationship, consumer loyalty, as they call it, and it builds that, oh, like this is the first entry level car. Let me get the C300. Oh, no, this is the slower one. Let me get the E300 or E400, and then AMG. Oh shit, this is fast. Let me get the C63 AMG, C43 AMG. It's a little slower, but a little cheaper, but it still goes, you know. But yeah, that's just the entry level one. It was really weird how it was front wheel drive. Really weird. I've never seen a Mercedes like that. However, cool car. Definitely really cool. That got recalled as well because it had an airbag issue where it could spontaneously catch fire and deploy. Thankfully, it did not happen, but I had to get rid of it because I'm not trying to get my face pancaked by airbag. I had that car for I think it was like another year. I think I don't know. They all blend in together. And then one of my favorite cars was a Audi 2006 Audi uh, A4 Avant Quattro four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Um, Avant means wagon for you uncultured swine. But yeah, that was a really cool one. Cool car, silver, black interior. Had the works, had backup sensors. Really cool. Cassette player, you know what I'm saying? All my old cars had cassette players. It was really, really fun. I had to get the little AUX, the aux cassette uh, dongle from CVS so I can play that on my phone. And that was a cool car, man. I took that, funny story. I took it to Yosemite with my buddies. It's on my friend's YouTube channel, George Orozco. He has a funny Yosemite video of us going up there, and the first episode is me showcasing my car. You can see the engine. Parts of the turbo are melting actually, because I was trying to keep up with an STI and a WRX, and I was about 700 pounds overweight than how I normally drive, and definitely was not a good idea to go up to catch up with them driving high speeds uphill on a non-sports car, it's just a regular car. But yeah, melted the turbo, kind of was making it smoky a little bit. Definitely smoked up the engine bay, but it was just kind of the gunk from the engine, really. Um, what else happened to that car? It was leaking coolant, which was a result of a vacuum leak, I believe, from what we deduced, but it was just going to be a whole thing. It wasn't because of the Yosemite trip. The smoking in the car, or the steam, or the overheating was caused by the lack of coolant because I was leaking coolant. I should have brought coolant with me. Um, I should have just brought a better car. But yeah, I had to sell that because of leaking coolant. AC was busted towards the end. Didn't tell the person that I sold them a car with the bad AC, but they didn't really care. Um, Missed that car a lot. Really cool. It was lowered too. It was awesome. It was S lines too. I still have like the badge that I kept, the S line badge. Yeah, man, that was awesome. I called it the Falcon. So cool. Such a cool car. And then what was that one? Passat, Jetta, BMW, Mercedes, Audi is my fifth. And then my sixth car, I still have it. Is my brown BMW 328i. It's a 2014 year, 328 model. Cool car, rear wheel drive, really cool. I've had that for the longest. I think that's the longest time I've ever had a car, about 5 years now. Really nice car. Love it. I put about almost 50,000 miles on it. I didn't really drive it that much during COVID because I worked from home. But yeah, really cool car. Um, no mechanical issues at all. The only mechanical issue I've ever had on a vehicle was definitely the Audi. My other BMW, nothing really. Also, when we bought the Audi, I had a vacuum leak in the turbo, which actually didn't engage the turbo until like you pump it up to 6,000 RPM, which is it shouldn't happen. I think that turbo should have engaged around 2,200 RPM, 2,100, 2,200 RPM, but it wasn't. It was just sucking in too much air, and it wasn't turning fast enough, or I guess it wasn't pulling in. Yeah, it just wasn't pulling in too much air. It was just a leak. Anyways, yeah, yeah, that was that. But yeah, but my 2014 BMW, really cool car. It's kind of quick, quick little car. I still have it. It's brown. I called it Cynthia. uh, and yeah, it's cool. I tinted it. Really cool. Only thing I've had to replace on there was the back left headlight, because tail light, because the bulb went out, and I replaced a lot of the parking lights because they just go out like over time. The bulbs just burn out, I guess. What else? I changed the grill so that the grill matches the M3s, and it looks better. It's all black instead of the silver and the matte black. It's not shiny black. Um, but now, since we got that, since my dad got a new car, I'm taking over the family car. I'm driving a 2020 Silverado diesel Duramax. Pretty cool ride. I actually probably one of my favorites. Definitely up there with the Audi. I would say least favorite was the Passat, and then that was least favorite, and then it's kind of a tie between the Mercedes and my current BMW, and the old BMW that I had, the '03, was above the Passat, just because that one was just eh. But my favorite ones are the Audi and the Silverado. Pretty cool bitchin' cars. So those are my cars. I do like cars. We can talk about that later on, I guess. This is just, again, first episode, first podcast, what I'm saying? I'm just super excited, you know? Let me hold on, get a sip of water just because I'm kind of, throat's getting a little dry here. I'm into beer as well. I've had an assortment of beer. When I did travel, I've traveled all over the world. I like to try new things, and definitely when I went to Europe when I was 19, I was exposed to alcohol for a good amount of time. And there, I'm like, damn, this is pretty good. Hopefully, my liver can keep up. So I tried an assortment of beer. I'm definitely a beer guy. I'm trying to get into whiskey. I like tequila as well. Wine too. I was kind of a wine guy for a minute, but I still am trying to try some. We can talk about it. We can talk about it for a little bit and go from there. But yeah, I do like beer. One of my favorite beers, since we're on the topic of beer, is Buddington. Buddington's really good. Buddington's a really, really good beer. Another fan favorite of mine is a Modelo. Modelo's really good. It's just a really good basic beer that I'll just always get. Corona. If you don't have a lime, don't get a Corona. 805 is really good too. If you want just uh, like a, I don't know, a non-generic beer. If you want a generic craft beer, then get an 805. I keep forgetting the name, but this one beer that I recommended to one of my old coworkers, my buddy Gabe, Federation Brewing in Oakland. Shout out to that brewing company, Federation Brewing Oakland. They have a really good hazy IPA that's really delicious, really really good local beer. Lagunitas too. I went up there a couple years ago with my ex and my two good friends. Had lunch there, tried a couple beers, flights, and really really good. They had this one beer that was brewed or stored, I guess. Was it stored? I don't know, in a whiskey barrel. Really interesting concept, really interesting taste. And yeah, Lagunitas is just good beer, you know. Just we can talk about it. Again, we can talk about anything. We can talk about life, you know. This is my podcast, you know what I'm saying? A&A Radio, dude. You know? So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun here, guys. Um Hold on. Goodness, excuse me. You're gonna be hearing all these sniffles and coughs and shit. Maybe a fart here and there, just because I don't know how to edit. Once I get an editing platform, or I'm good on editing, or someone can edit these videos, I'll definitely cut out some of this, so the noise you hear. And the more I practice my talking skills, the better I'll get at not sounding like a complete schmuck on this platform. So we will see. Yeah, and then what else? What other things, man? Working out too. I've been working out for quite a bit of time ever since I was 18. Got my membership at 24 Hour Fitness, the one in San Carlos, California, right over here, on Industrial. Really cool spot. Gym can be a little packed once it's packed, but honestly, machines are original, you know, and they kind of feel like, damn, like, you know, I'm working out, you know. They don't feel like fake machines, you know. They don't, I know machines that are like, they're metal, but like these ones are like, yeah, damn, like they're just like fucking steel, you know. Like the new machines feel like plastic, you know. I don't know, they got like plastic shit on them, and like, oh, like how to move and stuff. Like, nah, man, just, well, you know, put a little paper on the side and do a little step 1, 2, 3 ABC, you know, and that's all you need, man. Honestly. But they did update some of their free weights, thankfully, because I was getting chips. I went to the San Mateo one, the Super Sport, pretty cool over there, but it does get packed. Better parking though. San Carlos, ass for parking. Redwood City too, they have good parking there too, but sometimes it does get a little sketch the more back you go. I think some homeless guys live there, but hey man, if you don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. And I think there's one homeless guy in the San Mateo one, but I don't know. I haven't seen him in a minute. Um, but yeah, dude. I went to the Pacifica one. That was pretty sick. I don't want to go over there just because it's too far for me. There wasn't a sport in San Mateo on El Camino, but they tore it down because it was really disgusting. I don't care what anybody says. It's the most disgusting one I've ever been to. They said that the Millbrae one is a very ass, but uh, yeah, that San Mateo one was not good. I did not like that one. Um, yeah, working out is really cool. I love working out. I just wish I can keep a good diet. I'm definitely gonna try to diet better this year. 2024, you know, like better year, better me, you know. Hopefully not. Hey, you know, hopefully I don't get sidetracked by something, or cravings overcome me, because I'm very I tend to be overcome by my cravings, and so my weight has definitely stayed the same. I need to work on that, and also like depression here and there kind of attributes to that also. So yeah, I mean, really, when it comes down to it, I want to better myself in that realm, definitely physically, mentally, um, and hopefully just better my diet. When it comes to working out, I think I got the moves. You know, I am strong. I'm a, you know, relatively big guy, so there is that. But I feel like I do have some sort of body dysmorphia. I think I view myself as small, even though I'm not. I know, comparing, like, my buddies are always like, dude, you're huge, like you're big, and I'm like, dude, I guess, you know, like I don't really know, you know. But there is that level of like I need to appreciate what I've done to my body, and I need to appreciate it more by doing the work that needs to be done, which is dieting. And I think this podcast will help me out with that, because I want to stay loyal to my viewers. I want to stay loyal to my viewers, and you know, keep it real with you guys. To whoever's listening on Spotify, when I said, "Oh God," it's just because I hit my microphone. This thing I got on Amazon for about $100. I got the soundboard, everything like that. 100 buckaroos, man. pretty good investment. I'm not gonna lie, pretty fun. I have this little like mouthpiece, but if I put this, you're not gonna really able to see me. So yeah, um, I might put it on later. If I have guests. But again, I have these dumb little microphones. I need to get like a better headset. I have a better headset. I just haven't gotten out yet. This soundboard's pretty cool, really basic. I have the instructions right here. It doesn't really give me that good of instructions for $99. So, yeah. But this is gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be fun. 35 minutes. Holy shit, dude. 35 minutes. Me rambling. All I'm doing is talking to you, the camera, you, the people here who are tuning in to listen to me talk. Ain't that crazy? Dude, this is so crazy, dude. I've always wanted this. Um, but yeah, man, we can talk about more stuff, like a cooking, food, dude, food. We can talk about food while I look up shit on this computer, my computer. We can talk about stuff. I just got to do my research. Again, I just got to prep a little bit before these episodes, kind of see what I want to talk about, see everything. I think having a guest will be a lot easier, bouncing around ideas, because sometimes what happens is that when you're in conversation, your memory kind of pulls from whatever you're talking about. And so kind of like I'll go off topic for a bit on what I'm talking, like the shows I was talking about earlier, and it almost kind of sidetracked me, and I had all this like memory flare ups. Yeah, snowboarding. I'm into snowboarding since we're on the topic of like what I'm into. I guess this episode is about me, but yeah, I'm into snowboarding. I'm trying to get a snowboard. I have the Epic Pass for this season. Last season was a lot better. However, I was in college then, so I wasn't able to go as often just because I was working on the weekends. Um, yeah, yeah. Snowboarding is really cool. It's really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very hard. For me, I think my knees are just messed up from years of working out and poor technique. However, over time, I am getting better. Like from when I first started last season, last December, not this past December, but 2021 December. 2021? No, no, 2022, 2022, 2022 December. I am doing really, really good. Um, but yeah, I definitely still need to stick on the greens. I haven't snowboarded in a couple weeks, so sometimes I need to remember how. I'm gonna go up. I think in a couple weeks. I gotta change my calendar. I gotta flip it. New year, shit. Yeah, I gotta get new calendar. Is this a new calendar? Yeah, I gotta get a new calendar. God damn it. But yeah, going up snowboarding's fun. Driving's kind of ass. I do end up driving a lot. I don't mind driving. Sometimes it does get really tiring, and especially leaving early in the morning is really tiring. Um, but yeah, it's really fun. The thing that gets me, that made me really sore last time was just I was falling a lot. Granted, I went on a double black on accident. We can talk about that again. We can talk about my snowboarding journeys and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I'm really into, man. I'm also really into like markets and finance and stuff. That's what I went to college for. I have a finance degree right over there. It's my diploma. I don't want to show my room off. It's really cluttery, I guess. Um, but yeah, I'm really into that. I love how markets work. This isn't really an interview. I'm not going to show you or display how much I know about finance, which is a good amount. But um, yeah, I mean, I don't want to bore you guys. But that's what I'm into. I love how markets work. I love trading. I wish I had actual money to trade. Um, I trade off of news. I want to trade more off of supply and demand just because I feel like that is just a more accurate and immediate way of trading and just seeing how the market fluctuates. But you can also trade off of news from what I've been doing and kind of just guessing and seeing what companies do and how they perform on their financial statements, on their annual reports. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, a lot of companies do some lucrative things to showcase how good their net income is and how good their internal rate of return is. And really, it just comes down to cash flow, man. If they perform well in terms of investing into their company, how their operational cash flow works, and how their what is it, investing operation and oh God, I'm messing up here right now. What is it? Investing, operational, and oh man, I forgot. Ah, God, it's been a while. Anyways, it'll come to me. But yeah, I do like that. It's what I'm trying to go into. It's what I want to work right now. Right now, I work at Tesla. I am a data collection and analyst over there, so we're just doing some data collection for one of their departments. Really cool stuff. Financial, yeah, financial. There you go. Financial cash flow, operational, and investment. There you go. Yeah, 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 yeah. But what's it called? I'm trying to think, man. What else am I into? I'm into a lot of stuff. Cooking. I'm trying to get into cooking. Cooking's one thing. I really want to learn how to do. Uh, mess with mess with food. I'm a big food guy. Again, I do love eating. I do like um, snacking on things, eating, getting good food in me. Going out, restaurants, traveling. I could talk about the many, many, many places I've been to. We can have like a traveling episode where I just talk about that. I'm trying to think, man. I mean, that's really it. I mean, that's really why I'm just doing this podcast is just to talk, just to see how this goes and kind of talk about my day and what I've done, and how better of a platform to put it on is YouTube and Spotify, So follow me on YouTube, follow me A&A Radio, A&A Radio. Um, you can follow me on Spotify, A&A Radio, and you can also email me if you have any questions or concerns about the show. a.a.radio987 at gmail.com. a.a.radio987 at gmail.com is my email. I won't give out my personal stuff just because fuck that. I don't want to give that out because privacy reasons. But yeah, man, I'm also into that. I really want to get into sports. It's the one realm of the world that I've never really gotten into. Um, I've always wanted to. I feel like I'm gonna definitely try to watch more sports, but I just want to. I think I'll just watch more highlights. I'm getting into baseball more. I just haven't really been catching up with like trades and stuff and what players exist on what teams. But I am a fan of the Giants. My buddy Nelson's more of a sports guy, so if you want to check out his page, N1 The End Zone is his podcast. Check it out. Um, if I'm mispronouncing it, let me just properly look it up here. Um, ooh, goddamn, where is it at? Let me see. Sorry about this, folks. While I'm looking this up, I'll entertain you with the succulent sound of my voice. What else am I into, really? I mean, I don't think I touched on the fact that I am a big video game guy. I think I did. But it don't matter. Where is he at? What was his thing? Dabba-dabba-doo. Where was what's this episode? I mean, what's his thing? What is his uh god dang. Hold on, folks. I'm so sorry. Again, I'm very bad. I'm a very terrible person when it comes to multitasking and talking. Um, N1 from the End Zone. N1 from the End Zone is his podcast. So please go to his podcast and hear his talk about sports and visit it too. He has some really fun things to say. 44 minutes. God damn, we've been going on for so long. I mean, I guess if you guys want to watch this whole thing or listen to me talk for 44 minutes, 45 even. Nope, 44. Um, yeah, man. So this is really it. I'm just gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna keep this kind of. I would say this is the normal range of each episode. I kind of talked about some of the things I'm into. Again, I want to be into more things. Like I feel like I can be. I can learn stuff really well. I just haven't, or really easily. But I don't have the time or space or money to do stuff. I am also yeah, what did I say? I'm into video games. What else? I just like traveling too. I've been to a lot of countries I've mentioned. I am an American, but however, I do have a European Union citizenship. I guess I could say I'm from Bulgaria, but I'm born here, so I'm more of an American. But my family's from Bulgaria, so we try to go there. We used to go there every other year, but we haven't been there in a while because of COVID and how expensive the tickets are. Um, but yeah, I've been to Bulgaria, been to Bulgaria, England, France, Italy. I'm trying to go to Switzerland in the summer, visit my friend over there. We're trying to go to Tomorrowland, go to Belgium. That'd be really sick. Where else have I been? Mexico, Canada. Canada's really cool, really clean, kind of interesting, kind of weird. Not really weird, but it's like, huh, this is what America should feel like. Hmm. Been to Hawaii, I guess. That's not really another country, but it's just different. You know, it's really different there. It is a different state uh, than than ours in California, but um, feels like a different country. Yeah, what is it? Mexico. Yeah, I've been around, man. I'm trying to go more places. Definitely trying to hit up Japan. I want to check Germany. I've only ever been to the airports, just because connecting flights to Bulgaria usually they used to go through Germany a lot, but now they normally go through. A lot of them go through Turkey now, but some still go through Germany, depending on your ticket and airline. But I want to go through. I want to check out Germany. I want to go to Japan. First Japan for sure. I want to check out real Mexico. I say real Mexico because I've only been to fake Mexico. I've been to Cabo and Puerto Vallarta because it's more touristy, I guess. So yeah, that's where I've been. So we can talk about that. We can talk about my travels and a whole bunch of things, man. We can have some guests on here as well. You know, some friends, parents, my mom, dad. You know, we can have all these people on here. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun podcast, dude. I'm so excited, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I'm doing this. You know, this is awesome. This is like I've always wanted to go into like voice work, and I think this is the first step that I can take. I've always wanted to be like a voice actor when I was a kid, and found myself doing voices, you know. So I think I have an enjoyable voice. Please comment below if you have any suggestions or if you want to roast me. Please do. I don't really care. I might care, you know. It'll hurt. Trust me. You know. I feel like all the YouTubers. I'm in the community now, you know. So us YouTubers, you know, uh, definitely feel it. But I feel like it's a learning thing. We kind of learn. We should learn from it. It'll take me a bit of time to get used to the fiery flames of hell that these comments come from, or positive feedback. You know, if you like the show, you know, please comment whatever you want. Have a discussion. Have everything. Just be safe. Use proper language. Don't be hateful in my comment section, or I will not do anything about it because I'm still learning about it. Once I get used to this, I'll do something about it. You know. But anyways, I digress. 48 minutes. Oh, 48 minutes. Goddamn. Look at that. I don't know what else to talk about, man. I mean, that's really it, really. I'm just trying to explain this podcast, you know, on my channel. I uploaded the the cover art using my other computer, so I need to grab that file and transfer it onto this one, or just somehow, or just log in on that computer and put the profile, the photo, just update that, make it look a lot better. And yeah, man, we'll you know, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about some stuff. A&A Radio, dude. Ooh, I'm so excited, dude. You have no idea, man. Ooh, goddamn. All right, well, I think this is it. 48 minutes. I have bored you enough with my rambles. So please, everybody, my audience, whoever you are, wherever you are, please be safe. Have a good night. Have a good year, actually. God damn, 2023. What was that? I've gone through some stuff. Y'all have gone through some stuff. I know some people who didn't even make it through, man. Come on. 2023, dude. Like, what the hell? Let's put it behind us. It's all behind us. You know, what we got to do from it? Learn. That's what we got to do. Learn from the past and proceed with the future with a better path. And I'm not even trying to sound philosophical here. That's what we got to do. 2024, man. This is going to be a good year. Everybody says that about every year. I feel like last year everybody was like, "Oh man, 2022, what was that?" You know. But I think, at least for me, I hope 2024 is just a better year, and we'll see. You know, you never know. Maybe it can be worse. I have no idea. I literally don't know. I just think I hope that I can progress more in 2024 and just be an overall better person. That's what I hope every day. I hope every day that I'm a better person, and I hope you guys are better people. You know, I hope everybody's staying safe, staying indoors during this cold weather, staying outdoors during this hot weather. You know, um, and yeah, that's it. That's it, folks. That's it. That's it. 50 minutes. Holy shit. All right. A&A Radio, man. Your host, Alex Angelov, signing out. You know, I hope you guys have a great day, great night, great morning, great evening, great breakfast, great dinner, wherever you are, dude. Have a great day. Oh, goddamn. A&A Radio, signing off. Goodbye, folks.